Hi, I'm Reb Myron. I'm a minister through Pathways of Light, and I've been a Course in Miracles student for 40 years. This year, I've decided to go through the text again, and I'm reading it a paragraph or two at a time, asking Jesus to clarify for me. And then I write from that clarity, and that's what I'm sharing with you today. So let's get started. We're looking at chapter 3, section 6, and today we're going to, it's called Judgment and the Authority Problem. And today we're going to look at paragraph 3. You have no idea of the tremendous release and deep peace that comes from meeting yourself and your brothers totally without judgment. When you recognize what you are and what your brothers are, you will realize that judging them in any way is without meaning. In fact, their meaning is lost to you precisely because you are judging them. All uncertainty comes from the belief that you are under the coercion of judgment. You do not need judgment to organize your life, and you certainly do not need it to organize yourself. In the presence of knowledge, all judgment is automatically suspended, and this is a process that enables recognition to replace perception. Oh, I love this paragraph. First, I do understand how much I hurt myself through judging. I know that I lose my peace each time I judge myself or a brother. I am judging less and less, and I've had times when judgment was suspended, so I know how it feels to be free of that burden. This is why I continue my daily process of forgiving. I want more of that freedom. Yesterday, I said I didn't know how to live in this world without judgment, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes to do so, trusting that I will not be asked to do the impossible. So many times I've heard people say that everyone judges and that you must judge just to be in this world. I have felt the temptation to believe that myself, but I know it can't be true. In this paragraph, Jesus assures me that I don't need judgment. I don't need it to organize my world, and I don't need it to organize myself. He says that knowledge will take the place of judgment. If I'm talking about living completely identified with the ego, then I must judge to be in the world. But we are no longer so identified with the ego, are we? Our mind is split, and we're learning to identify with the truth in our mind rather than with our ego. We don't need judgment anymore because we have access to knowledge. It comes through the Holy Spirit. If we decide, then we must judge. If we ask, then we will be told. Of course, for knowledge to take the place of judgment, I must let go of judgment. I have to release the idea I need to judge or want to judge so that I can be given something else. I'm heartened to hear this because that is what I'm doing. In fact, I do this every day, all day long. Every time I notice that I'm judging, I'll offer that thought to the Holy Spirit to be healed. I open my heart to his answer. Another way I'm doing this is by not deciding alone. Jesus said that if I ask him if he agrees with my decision before I make it, then it will not cause me fear. So I have made a habit of doing this. Here's an example. One day I thought of going to one of Nook Sanchez's workshops, but when I waited for confirmation, I didn't feel it. I checked in a couple of different times, but I still didn't feel a yes. Then later, I received a notice she was doing one in Portland, and I got a strong yes on it. I didn't know why it was no before, and then it was yes. But I cannot know everything, and the Holy Spirit does. In retrospect, I see the purpose. I was later asked to do a workshop in Portland myself, and 2 more after that one. Later, I suggested that Regina Dawn Akers for a workshop there and went to 2 of them that she did. None of that would have happened if I had not gone to Nook's workshop there. And it turned out to be important that I did. Sometimes it's not so clear. I'm If I'm asking a yes or no question, I may be swayed by my desire for one answer or another. There are a couple of ways I solve this dilemma. One is to journal with the Holy Spirit. Just ask for clarity and start writing, and the answer will become clear. Another is to simply ask for the answer and then do what feels right. This becomes more effective as I learned that I want only the Holy Spirit's answer. Practicing the rules for decision, chapter 30, consistently has taught me that I want the Holy Spirit's answer. Another idea that stands out to me is that I cannot know myself or my brother if I judge us. We are perfect and whole and complete. We are part of God. What is there to judge? How could we be judged? What could judge us? To judge another, or even to judge oneself, is to forget one's identity. When I judge myself, I ask, who am I? It's a good question, and the answer undoes the judgment. I do the same for the brother I have judged. Who is this one before me, Jesus? My judgment has clouded my mind and hidden his identity from me, and so I don't know him. Because I don't know my brother, I don't know myself. He is part of me. If he is lost to me, then I am also lost. I cannot be whole without him, and I cannot be myself, my true self, if I'm not whole. My very salvation depends on letting go of this nonsensical idea that I can judge and that I want to judge. Thank you so much for joining me in this reading. I hope that you found it helpful. If you did, then please like it. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Thanks, and I'll be back tomorrow with another reading. See you then.